Hey guys, it's Anne, and I wanted to take a second to talk a little bit about resilience in light of uncertainty. So as you know, the coronavirus is everywhere, and I got to be honest, it's causing anxiety for me too, right? It affects our business as a speaker. We are seeing conferences canceled and not being scheduled because of all of the uncertainty. And so as someone who makes my living speaking at those conferences, it can be a little bit scary. And I just wanted to give you some tips on how I've been dealing with some of the anxiety, because I had to stop myself and realize that, you know, the sky is not falling, things will be okay. But I wanted to give you a couple things you could do. So first is just acknowledge it, right? Like, it's okay to feel anxious, and there's nothing wrong with you for feeling that way. Anytime you've got the news alerting us to all these things going on, it puts us in a threat state, and we're focused on self-preservation, which is why you see people spending $100 on hand sanitizer. Crazy. But it's helpful to name that and know that that's what it is. And then another thing you can do is just kind of sit in it for a little bit. Like, don't rush past it trying to numb it, because then you're not really addressing the underlying root issue, which is just kind of sitting there with it. It's fleeting, it will pass. And every time it comes up, I know for me, I'm following the STOP method, which is stop, take a breath, actually take 3 deep breaths. And I'm using and my daughter's Apple Watch with the Breathe app to do that and to remind myself to do that. The O stands for observe. Observe how you're thinking and feeling. Pay attention to the physical sensations in your body, where your head is naturally going. And then the P is proceed. Once you have taken time to take a few deep breaths to observe how you're feeling, then you can move on. And it doesn't mean the anxiety goes away, but it puts you back in control. So the truth of the matter is, everything is going to work out. It always does. And as we see the stock market crumble, and as we see conferences and meetings and travel cancel, I know that it can create a lot of overwhelm and anxiety. Even my daughter, she's graduating this year, and they just talked about not having a graduation. So it's very okay and real and normal to feel a little unsure and uncertain. But you get to choose whether you let that affect your behavior, right? There's a difference between feeling it and acting on it. So feel it all you want. Take a few deep breaths, and then go back to working towards solutions to accomplish your goals and meet your objectives and do what needs to get done. I, for one, am using the extra time not having to travel to spend with my family, and to be focused on my 3rd book and creating a journal to go with it, and doing all kinds of cool stuff that I wouldn't be able to do if I was on the road so much. So there's upsides, there's downsides. Obviously, my prayers go to everyone who has been ill, and I would say take care of yourself. Most importantly, wash your hands. Stop putting your fingers in your mouth. But know that anxiety and uncertainty are okay. You just get to control what you do with that.